for me, your man, Louie T, on this special Thanksgiving edition of Lockdown Coverage, week number 12 in the National Football League. More Turkey Day football. Watch the Redskins, Dallas Cowboys, the second game of a 3-pack for us on Thanksgiving Day. And it was a good football game. Watch the Redskins coming in winners of 6 out of their last 8. Cowboys on a 9-game winning streak. NFC East family business. If these two teams say they ain't did it, then they ain't did it. But if they did, come on, man. That's family business. You know how it goes. And so this was a big matchup. Before we jump into this quickly, if you haven't already done so, what are you waiting on? Subscribe to the Louie Tee Network for more great content in 2016 and beyond. We're changing the game over here. I want you to help us do that by hitting that red subscribe button for more great content on this channel. Also, I'm on Twitter. @InTheLabRoom is the Twitter handle. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter. If you want to stay abreast of what's going on this channel, on this network, the best way to do that is Twitter @InTheLabRoom. Follow me. Turn those notifications on. You'll know exactly when I'm going live. You'll know exactly when I post a new video. You'll know exactly what's going on here on the Louie Tee Network. And also, I'm on Facebook. In the Lab Room is the Facebook page. Go ahead, give me that thumbs up. Going to do some new things on Facebook Live, and a couple of exclusive shows that I'll only do on Facebook. So it'll give you a little bit of impetus as to why you should be a member of my Facebook page. So again, thumbs up on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter, and definitely subscribe to the Louie Tee Network. All my social media platforms right up above, scrolling across the screen. You can't miss them. So let's jump into this game. From the Redskins standpoint, and obviously I'm a Redskins fan, so I'm going to start with my guys on that side of things. Really disappointing loss here because the Redskins only punted in this game one time. The Redskins moved the football up and down the field. Kirk Cousins threw for over 400 yards. It's almost like the loss that the Steelers suffered to the Cowboys, where you rack up a ton of yards, you do whatever it is you want to do on the offensive side of the football, but you don't do enough. In the Steelers' case, they kept going for 2 in that game, and it came back to bite them. In the Redskins' case, you get down into the red zone twice, and you got to settle for field goals, and that's been the Redskins' Achilles heel. We've talked about this numerous times this season. Getting in the end zone, they did it late, they didn't do it early. It cost them. You missed 2 field goals as well, and that's how you end up trailing 17-6 at the halftime break. Redskins failed to take advantage of opportunities. They failed on a 2-point conversion. I was disappointed in Jay Gruden for going for it there. First possession of the first quarter. Fourth quarter. We're talking about the first or second play of the fourth quarter, and he decides to go for 2. There's many more possessions in this game. No reason to start chasing points at this time. Kick the extra point, go down 17-13, and you just play ball from that point on. And as the game goes, then you decide if it's necessary. Look, you knew the Cowboys were going to score more. You knew we were going to have to score more. So at that point, kicking the extra point made sense. Going for 2 didn't. And so I really was not a fan of Gruden going for 2 in that situation because, A, we haven't been great. Hell, we don't score well in the red zone, so 2-point conversions are going to be hell for us. And so I just didn't like that dynamic at that time of the game. There's so much more football, so many more possessions to be had. You don't go for 2 there. But in all, the offense looked like they've looked for the most part all season long. Unstoppable, especially in these last 5 or 6 games. Unstoppable. Cowboys simply didn't do anything to stop this offense. But that Cowboys offense is so good. And I've been talking about the difference between what they do and what the Redskins do. The Redskins have to throw the football. Rob Kelly had a solid game, but there were no explosive runs here. There weren't a lot of big gaping holes like they've been the last couple of weeks for him. The Cowboys did a really good job of stopping the run and forcing us to have to throw it, which it doesn't make us one bit of difference because Kirk Cousins is so good at the quarterback position that we're going to be able to throw the football, but this Cowboys offense is so good, and you could tell that Jay Gruden understood our defense just can't stop their offense with that onside kick. Only one of 2 things forces you to do an onside kick, prompts you to do an onside kick. Either one, you're trying to catch the other team off guard and you think, hey, we've seen some things on tape that can allow us to take advantage of this. Or 2, and this is the one that applies to us, hey, we can't stop them on offense, so let's see if we can't get a possession and steal a possession back because we can't stop them. And Jay Gruden understood that. They had the ability to run it. Ezekiel Elliott almost went over 100 yards in this game. Dak Prescott, we couldn't stop him. 3rd down, 2nd down. The Cowboys only had like 6 third downs in this game. Can you believe that? 6. You know why they only had 6 third downs in this game? Because we could not stop them on 1st and 2nd down the entire game. And so it was a really frustrating defensive effort, but I saw this one coming a mile away. Everyone knew, especially as Redskins fans, we had to score at least 35 to win this game. That was going to be the number, the magic number to win. We didn't get there. And so Cowboys scored 31. They hold us at bay. We moved the football, like I said, at will. Only one punt on the afternoon. We converted third downs consistently throughout the game. But when it mattered the most in the red zone, the Redskins bogged down. And let's talk about the Cowboys now. 10 straight for this Cowboys team after losing the opening game of the season. They're now 10-1. They got a stranglehold on the NFC East after this W. Dak Prescott continues to amaze me. I was really disappointed. Redskins had an opportunity to pick him off in the second quarter. Dookie and Nacho can't come away. Hey, look, you want to beat good teams in their building, you got to catch that football. Josh Norman makes a play on Des Bryant, knocks the football away. It's right there for Dookie and Nacho. That also takes points off the scoreboard. The Cowboys would get a field goal on that possession. You're talking about a 5-point game. You take the points off the scoreboard. Now you're talking about a 2-point game. Maybe the Redskins never even go for 2. It just changes the whole dynamic of the game again. No one's here to go revisionist history. Bottom line is Dak Prescott is really good. He killed us with his legs today. Redskins, I thought they should have put a spy on him. No Sua Cravens on him for the majority of this day. It needed to be because you saw our ends not being athletic enough. We were horrible tackling in this game. Zeke Elliott broke a number of tackles. Dak Prescott ran through Dante Whitner. I've been talking about us needing a real safety. He runs through him, then stiff arms him, and then stiff arms him again and picks up some extra yardage. He outruns Trent Murphy on one play, missed tackle. Outruns Kerrigan on another play on a throw. Just didn't have enough athleticism. There's another one on the touchdown run. Preston Smith didn't stand a chance in hell of catching him on the touchdown run. Dak Prescott hurt us not only with his arm, but with his legs in this game. That's why this Cowboys offense is so dangerous because you can get it from so many different angles. You can get it from Zeke Elliott. You can get it from Dak Prescott throwing it and running it. You can get it from Cole Beasley. You can get it from Terrence Williams. What a catch in the end zone. Ballerina-like, getting the feet down. You can't ask for it much better than that. Shades of that Seattle game a couple of years back when they went into Seattle and won. He made a huge catch on a third down. That touchdown grab reminded me a lot of that play. You can get it. Des Bryant had a big game despite not getting in the end zone. He was huge, led to a touchdown with a big grab on a third down. They just showed you everything as to why they're 10-1 on the season right now. And this is a tough team. Look, if any team can go up against them and slow down this offense, one iota, and score, because their defense isn't good. We've seen that over the course of this season. They're banged up in the secondary. They can't stop you from throwing a football. This is a team that has to rely on their offense to save their defense. But their offense is so good that they can bail them out week in and week out. The Steelers went out and scored and racked up a ton of yards, but what happened in the end? That Cowboys offense rescued the defense. Same thing here. The Redskins moved the football up and down the field. You could blame the sun on one field goal. You can blame Morgan Moses, Momo, not getting his ass on the field and forcing us to freeze our kicker like we did over in London and missed the damn field goal. You can blame all those things. Score touchdowns in the red zone. I don't want to hear anything about officiating. I thought the officiating was just fine. As a matter of fact, I thought it actually favored the Redskins in this game. There were a number of calls that I thought could have went either way. Brashad Breeland gets away with a face mask and a hands to the face on the same play. I don't want to hear anything about officiating in this game. The Cowboys simply were better than the Redskins on this afternoon. It's frustrating because the Redskins did enough things to win this game, but they didn't take advantage of opportunities. 2 missed field goals, a missed 2-point conversion. You missed an opportunity to pick Dak Prescott off in the red zone. You missed opportunities to score in the red zone and have to settle for field goals. That's how you lose football games in this league, especially when your defense isn't good. Ask many teams around this league and they'll tell you 26 points should be enough to win, but when your defense isn't any good, 26 points isn't enough. And we already know that going into the game, 26 wasn't going to be enough. This Cowboys team, they're damn good. And I'm going to tell you right now, all signs point to all roads in the NFC playoffs having to go through Big D this season as they get their 10th win of the season. Dallas Cowboys, they're not effing around, folks. They're serious. They're for real. They get another one impressively on Thanksgiving Day, 31-26 over the Washington Redskins. Redskins drop to 6-4-1 on the season. This is a damaging blow to their playoff hopes, not just from an NFC East standpoint. That's dead. The Cowboys have swept them. The division's done. They're not going to catch them. The only team that has even a peripheral view of the Dallas Cowboys, or the only team that the Cowboys can see in their peripheral vision and in their rearview mirror is the New York Giants, because of that lone win opening week of the season. And the Giants are going to win in week number 12 versus the Cleveland Browns and get to 8-3. So they'll still be within striking distance. But for the Redskins, the division is long gone. Now it's all about trying to secure one of those wild card berths. They've put themselves in a position to where they can do that, but they're going to have to play better down the stretch. They're going to have to get in the end zone. They're going to have to score touchdowns, not settle for field goals. Can't make the type of mistakes they made in this game and expect to win moving forward. You can't miss 2 field goals. You can't have 2 red zone trips end in field goal attempts. You can't have a missed opportunity for an interception. You can't miss a 2-point conversion. And really, you shouldn't have had to go for it. To me, in that spot, that should have been a little bit later on in the game. But either way, you didn't convert. So you got to be able to get stops. You got to tackle better. The Redskins were horrible in tackling in this game. And it didn't matter who it was. Zeke Elliott, it didn't matter if it was Dak Prescott. The Redskins were horrible tackling in this football game. And they paid dearly for it as the Cowboys get it done 31-26. I remember, if it happens in the National Football League, whether big or small, your man Louie T's got you covered here. Everything, it's broken down here on lockdown coverage here on the Louie Tee Network. We got one more matchup to see tonight to cap off this triple header on Thanksgiving. Steelers and Colts. It's lost its luster with no Andrew Luck out with the concussion, so don't look forward to this game being very competitive at all. Don't be surprised if I jump up around the third quarter of a blowout and run this game down quickly and get out of here, because, again, I've got things to do, as do you. But for all of you who watched, for all of you out there who commented, thank you. And we'll see what happens in the nightcap. Dallas gets it done for the 10th consecutive time this season, running their record to 10-1 with the 31-26 victory over the Washington Redskins. It's a game of missed opportunities for the Redskins. It's more dominance offensively for the Cowboys. Redskins drop to 6-4-1 on the season with this loss. That's going to do it for me, Louie T. I will see you for the nightcapper. Steelers at Colts. No Andrew Luck. Probably not going to be a very fun game to watch. We'll see what happens. Have a good one. I will see you a little bit later on.